Good evening, everyone. This is Vasudev Pandey from Easylib Software Private Limited. So today's topic of the webinar is cataloging module in Easylib. Okay, let's get started. What is a cataloging module in Easylib? Easylib stands for Entire Automation System for Libraries. So a library will have physical material, digital material, electronic material, and other items. So in the cataloging module, we are going to cover how to make an entry of all those items. Okay, all those items, how we are going to make an entry into Easylib, do the stock verification, and follow all the standards necessary, make it easy for the search, and so on. Okay, so the cataloging module deals with physical material. In Easylib, I am showing the screen. Kshama, can you confirm you are able to see my screen? Okay. So primarily, Easylib categorizes the material that you have got into library into broadly three categories. One is all your physical collection. That includes the books, that your non-book material like CDs, video, cassettes, the maps, and also on. Second category of the materials is the periodicals. All the journals that you have subscribed, how much ever money you have paid, you subscribe year after year, you get all the material. Okay, then you track which items you have received, which of them you have not received, and so on. Okay, so that is all part of the journal. The third category of the item is completely electronic. That includes the ebooks, the faculty publications, students' records, lecturer notes that I have given. Okay, these your annual ebooks that you may have digitized, photographs, videos, and any material in the digital form is a part of the digital collections. Again, there are two parts. One, the material that is available elsewhere, but you have subscribed to. That is one part, broadly referred to as the digital library. And the second part is the items that you have got within the library. Okay, so that is categorized under institutional repository. So in Easylib, we use those two terms interchangeably. In the digital library module, you have got this ability to track all your digital material. So physical collections, the journals, and the digital collection. For the purpose of today's webinar, we are going to focus primarily on the cataloging module. Okay, let's go here. So let me answer one question. Why is it so important that we have to give so much prominence to the cataloging module, right? After all, a book will have a few items, like, there is a title of the book. You are giving some expression number. There is an author, subject, only those, right? But when you go deeper, you find that as per the Library of Congress, right, who have come up with something called a Mark 21 standard, there are hundreds of variables that are tracked for each of the book. Okay, so in Easylib, what we have made is we have made it easy for you to enter as many details as you want. At the same time, not forcing you to enter all the details, but enter the required page at optimal level. So that is the beauty of Easylib, where it all follows all the standards, but at the same time doesn't force you to enter the certain information that you may not find it very necessary. Okay, so let's get started. I'm sharing my screen over here. So let's get started here. So when you log into Easylib, so I'm logged in as a librarian over here. Okay, library stuff. To go to the catalog module, we will click on the menu. When you click on the menu, you are seeing all those different modules in Easylib. As you see, right, Easylib is a very exhaustive software, helping you manage the library at an extremely advanced level, right? So that is why you are seeing the modules that are important for managing your library, traditional library like cataloging, circulation, membership, digital entry, and all that. It also helps you manage the things traditionally not being part of the library management, but now they are gaining more prominence. That is giving each of your students the ability to do and request to care. Can you please mute all people on this? Let me, can you please mute yourself if you're, okay, so there are quite a few modules. Traditionally, they have not been part of the library software, but now they are prominent. Say, for example, you want to make sure that you are giving individualized attention to students. That's where the service desk comes into picture. You want to have a counseling session with each of the students. That's when the sales desk comes into the picture. You want to track how many items you have got in the library beyond the books and the physical collection, book journals and all. That includes the desktops, computers, laptops. That's when the inventory management comes into picture. You want to come up with an extraordinary project for your library. You want to manage how the project is progressing and achieve all those goals. That is where the project management comes into picture and so on. So, in a nutshell, these all items were traditionally not a part of the library management package, but now they are gaining more prominence. So keeping the library, how a library will look 20 years from now, we have designed this software. So in other words, we encourage all the librarians to simply follow all these modules that we have developed, and most likely you will be able to get an extraordinary score compared to your peers. Right? Okay, so let's get started. Today's focus is again the cataloging module. So let's go to the cataloging module again. You can just simply search on the catalog and this module opens here. So this module gives you the data to gives you the screen to enter your data for a library. Okay. Now let's spend a minute on FRBR standards. Okay, functional requirements for bibliographic record. Suppose you come up with a brilliant idea that is in your head. There is no manifestation, right? But that is the first entry point. Next level, once you have come up with that thing, you are going to write a manuscript, right? So you will write it, come up with one article. That you can give a one number, okay? And that is in a physical form. But now, no, there is only one copy of that. But that is still physically available. Next level you have got. What you would do, you go with that manuscript to a publisher. He will print book. You may go to another publisher. He will print hardbound copies of the book. You work with one of these computer professionals, and he will convert your manuscript to a beautiful digital library format. You give it to one of the songwriters. He may convert your entire book that you have written into a song format, audio format. Somebody may record a video. So now you had one manuscript, which is now has taken 5 different shapes. So that is the part of the catalog record. So now your one title will have 5 catalog records. So that is what we have done is that in our screen, there are 2 parts. One is the catalog record, then the copy part. We'll come to that. So here, what you would do, books and non-books. So if it is a book, you are going to enter directly as a book. Non-book material is related to book CD, book name, bound volume, doctoral. These are different non-book material, right? So audio, video, all of those. So in Easylib, what we have done is we have made it easy to enter that bibliographic record for the item type you have given. Note one thing. You had your book, you got it printed, right? You may have printed about 1,000 copies of that particular book. Each of this book looks exactly the same. It has got the same title, same author, which is yourself, same publisher, and the same ISBN number at the back. So now, 100 copies you have, 1,000 copies you have printed, and you distributed among some different libraries. Let's take an example of one library which has got 10 copies of that particular book. So now all the 10 copies are same. So what we have done is we call that an item same as accession number. We in Easylib we call it as a title number. So all the 10 copies of the book will have the same title number. But now when you are in the library, you will be issuing those books to the different people, right? You cannot tell that, okay, the same title number for all the 10 books. You will give one specific number to each of these books. That is called as an accession number. right? So accession number 1, accession number 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 accession number you. But for all of those 10, you will give title number, which let's say call it as 1. So many libraries, what they do is the very first copy, whatever accession number you have given, that is the title number for that particular title. So if there are 10 copies of the same book, all 10 will have different accession number, but each of them will have the same title. So in Easylib, what we have done, we have made it 2 parts here. So you are going to enter this accession number, and it is same as the title number. If there are 5 copies, all 5 will have the same as accession number. And this part, what is called the catalog detail, is same for all the 10. Okay. Now, let's say these copy details, what does it mean? See, in the beginning stages, when you buy 10 copies, right? All of them you might have procured from the same vendor, same price, same date. But now, let's say another 3 more copies are procured after 3 years. At that time, the vendor will be different. The source is different. The price is different. The entry date is different. All that thing. So that is why the stop portion is common for all 10 copies. This copy details is all different for all the 10 plus 3, 13 copies. Okay. So now, you can go to the screen. Simply when you want to catalog anything, what you would do is you will put the ISBN number. Click on get the data from Union Catalog. Easylib has the ability to connect to the repository, world repository of all the books, get the data directly add into the Easylib Accession register. Imagine the amount of time it saves. You don't have to go search, export the data into mark format, refine it, import it. That is all old method, time consuming method. Easylib, we want to make sure that you love using Easylib. It should be very simple. Our goal is give you the extraordinary software, most reliable service, and have the continuation innovation in place. So one of the innovative method is that how can I ensure that your cataloging happens within 2 seconds, 3 seconds? You just go put the ISBN number, add this book, give the new whatever number you want to add it, and click on the add button. Okay, it will add that particular book, right? So now, when you add this book, these are additional things: title, author, volume, keyword. Why did we add only these things? Because these are the most important, most used content. But at the same time, in the background, it converts everything into the mark format. Mark format is the standard for as per the Library of Congress. So what is mark format? Let's study a minute on that. So if I click mark V1 that, it is now showing 010A means Library of Congress control number. 020 ISBN. 20 terms of availability. So different, something like 69 entries are there here. Again, then there are subfields 1, subfield 2 also. So it can be very exhaustive. But at the same time, for a new person, it may be looking a little complex. So that is what we have done is that in Easylib, we call title as title, author as author, subject as subject. But in the background, we convert everything into the mark format and then give you the ability to show the data, save the data in the mark format. So that way, it makes it easily for you very easy to share the library data with other libraries. Okay, without having to look at the complexity of all this, the technology terms. Okay, all right. Now we added a book. We have all these details. So now there are multiple options over here. So there is an add copy for anyone. If there is a book already, you want to modify something over here, you just go and modify something like that to test, you add it, and then you click on modify. Now you want to modify all these 1358 copies, you click on modify all copies will get modified. You want to delete it, only one row at a time, you can delete it. Why don't we allow deleting multiple rows at a time? Because if you do the mistake, all rows will be deleted. So that is why we want you to delete one row at a time. That is only when you have done a wrong entry. But the correct method, if the book is lost from the library, is to withdraw a book, not a delete a book. Okay. Now let's come to what is this MSDN over here. Make it as a separate title number. Suppose this particular copy, there are 1358. Now this particular title is no longer belonging to this another book. You want to separate it out. At that time, what you can do is click on MSDN, it is split. Okay, all right. So this is the catalog, basic catalog. But now there is another one. What is this link item? What it means is that nowadays, when you buy a book, it also comes with a supplement. There may be 2 additional books associated with that. Bundle price, 3 books, linked to each other. What you can do is, you can catalog all the 3 books, but you can also link each of the books. If you think that this particular title 9970018 is some way linked with another accession number, okay, so you just say link. Okay, it is going to link that particular book here. So plus the link items, you just put that whatever you want, link, it is going to link that particular book. And if it is not a valid one, that's why it's saying that, okay, this accession number is not. So you'll have to find out which is the good one and then link it out and all that. Okay, now that accession number came, no? Linked successfully, something like that, it came, right? So now what all books you have linked? You go here, linked items, you will see the list. So as a librarian, you know, if this book is read by somebody, the person may also be interested in reading another book. Which is that book? You can link it over. Okay, so this is the purpose of linking the book. Now link URL. What does this link URL mean? See, today you have a physical copy. The publisher at the end will say that the digital copy of this book may be accessed at this particular time. Or he may say the video interview with the author can be seen. Or the assignments of this particular book are available at this URL. So, multiple URLs are available for each. So, that is what is this link URL. We have already linked this URL. What are the links URL you will see? What you would do, you'll simply go here to add it. Suppose this book is book on Google. And if this is available at some place, let me just, for example, I'll put google.com. Okay, I'm just putting it to Google here. So now this is what is added. So now once it is added, it's going to be available under the link URL. So like this, hundreds of physical materials can be linked with thousands of digital materials. So when the student comes to your library, he doesn't have to search multiple times in physical books, digital books and all that. At one place he can search, he will also be able to see which are the digital books. Okay, all right. Now let's come to this part, is item status. What it means is that if there are 10 copies example, those the 10 copies will be listed here. What is the accession number, what is the edition, what is the cost, department and so on. Because you have procured 10 copies, 2 of them you send to one department, another 4 of them you want to keep in this location, another 2 you want to send into another branch library. So all of that copy specific details, what you are doing is you are maintaining it here. Okay, so this is where it's saying what is the current branch, what is the main branch, what is the item status, whether it's available or not, whether it's a hard bound or a normal bound. All right, all of that you will maintain in this link, item. What is forward catalog? Somebody says, okay, send me more details of this book. You can simply click on this forward catalog, copy these details, and then share with the other person. Okay, mark we will cover. Ebook link, if the book is also having the entire PDF copy, and that PDF copy you have it in your library, okay, in your institutional repository. At that time, you can add it over here. Okay, it will be added. If it is there, it will get added. Otherwise, you got to find out and add that particular URL or the ebook number. Now, export. If you need to send the data to somebody, you can simply click on this export. This entire data comes in a PDF. You can send to the people who requested. So this is the basic catalog screen that we used most often. The equivalent screen for this is the non-book accession register. Almost same, but the primary difference is related to the item type. Okay, so all other information is there. All right. So now, because this is the most used screen, we have come up with some other screens also, which is going to make helpful here. Okay, so alternate screen, what we have come up with is we have separate. When you go to this screen, you have everything in the edit mode directly and directly edit. But if some library staff, you don't want to give the edit access, what you can give is you need not give the access for everything. You can give only access to the screen. Okay, but still it can provide the edit feature. Suppose this TT1251 book, you can edit it, and you can put okay, electron physics is the keyword you want to add, change it. Okay, what is the subject? You can put in this subject to all that you can enter. What is the publisher? Who is the publisher? Modify. Now at a time, the data of all the 10 copies gets modified. Now you have this all this title copies, right? Individual ones. Okay, you can click on edit. You can add all the additional details that are missing here, right? So category you want to put it in which category you want to put it. What is the bill number? Okay, what is the bill date? What is the currency? How much you paid for that? Rupee means it's obviously 1 rupee. Price let's say 100 rupee. You got some 10% discount. So 90 rupees is final. Which department you are having? Okay, how many number of pages you have got in this book? Item status available. So everything is modified. So this is the now tomorrow you get some 2 more copies. No issue. You simply go to the screen, find out that particular book. A copy of the 22150 has come. Click on inquire. That book is written, has come. One more book. Okay, this is 1.5. You got this book. Simply go here. You got 3 more copies. Simply go click copy add. It was TT1251 and now it is 1250. Everything has come. You can say add. More got added. You got 1 more copy. Click on 1 more copy and click and add it. Got 1 more copy. Add it. So it makes your life easy in terms of data. We believe in Easylib. Users should be a user able to achieve what they need to do with the least amount of clicking the button. To add a book, how many steps? Let's see how many steps. Suppose you got 1 more copy of this book. First step is put the title number inquire. Second type is click on copy add. Third is automatically let it come up with the new accession number. Click on add. 3 steps, the new book got added. But if the software is expecting you to remember 100, 200, $500, $A, $B, $C, it may be providing the exhaustive features, but this is an overkill. So that is why Easylib makes the job easy for you. Okay, so this is how we have got that. So this is the new accession register you are using. What is this Z39.5? See, in the world, there are so many libraries. And each of the library has got its collection. And you want to access the material from there. Or you want a library open for everybody to access and transfer the data. That is when the Z39.5 comes into picture, which is a part of the Easylib already. Suppose open library is one of the. So I put title. Here I put physics here. I click on it. So now it is searching the physics book. Physics for scientists and engineers. You found, this is the book that we have in our library also. What you can do is, in the open library, you search this book, get the details, say, weave the details over here, all the details have come. You say import to catalog. Automatically, see, TT1256 got added with this. Now, if you go to our old, what is that new catalog? 221256, right? Okay. So this is the book. See, you did not enter any details. It goes search it automatically the data entered. Imagine the speed with which Easylib helps you do the data entry, right? See, the power of information technology can help you do the things much faster, much better, much cheaper. So Easylib helps you utilize the power of information technology to achieve all these things, and in addition, many more things. So this is an example of that. Once it is added, you want to modify it. No issue. And if you got one more similar copy, you do a copy add and TT1257. Again, whatever you want to change it and then do copy add and that gets added. Right? A lot of these facilities are available over here. And now, if you want to give another title number, you simply go here, put another title number and add it and then everything gets added there. Right? So, basically, the entire catalog information you can manage within this course. Now, for the people who really want everything in the mark format, exactly 100A, 100B, 245A, B, we have even that also over here. TT1256, right? So if I click on the data detail and title 2440, all that has come over here. You can use this and then edit also. Okay, you can go. So now one more thing what we have done, if you want to go further down, TT1256, so you can inquire, you can enter the full raw data in the mark format. So, but we find it that it's many people don't use it, so we'll not go into that detail. Okay, but if you want to use it, I'll be happy to conduct a detailed demo of this. Just one thing, remember, mark was invented back in 1950. When? 1950. How many years back? 50, 60 years back. Old. Before the internet was active. Before the XML was there. Before this image was there. Before the GUI was the graphical user interface. At that time, everything was text. So that is when the mark came into picture. So now we have got many new technologies. And now the newer one is RDA, Resource Description Analysis. Now what we have done in Easylib is that we have made it easy for you to configure Easylib with any standard that you want. In mark, 001 is control number, 020 is the ISBN and so on. But in the RDA, if something else is called as the tag number, as per RDA, you can modify. And automatically Easylib becomes compatible with RDA. Or if you come up with your own naming standards, no problem, Easylib will support that also. If you want to follow the Dublin core standard for Easylib, just simply modify. Here, all your import exports will work in the Dublin core format. Okay. So these screens are related to that particular. But otherwise, most of the libraries are happy with using this particular screen over here. Here you got the most useful information that you can maintain, or you can use the screen. It's got many more details, and then there is a more button also. It will give you ability to even add more. All right. So we just covered how to enter the data. Now let's go in more detail. Maybe a specific detail. What I would do is I will take this screen as reference and tell you what is the significance of each of them, because many of the librarians did ask this question. One more title, subtitle, author, this is okay. Edition. When a book gets revised, new edition is printed. So that is where the revision comes into picture. If the same edition is printed again, that is called a reprint, not a revised edition. Okay. So when an edition changes, you add a new title. When the reprint is done, you add a more copy. Okay. Now, subject. If you see over here 627, 621, 512, what are these? Easylib helps you follow the classification standard, any classification that you want. You can use decimal classification. You can use colon classification. You can use NLM, National Library of Medicine classification, or MESH, medical subject headings, or your law library subject headings. Whatever you want, you can use in Easylib. You can classify. In case of a decimal, all the subjects in the world have been grouped into 1,000 headings. Say, for example, science. Entire science may be around 600. So that's why under that 600, 610, 620, 630. 610 may be physics. 620 may be chemistry. 630 may be biology and so on. Within that biology, there is a plant biology, there is an animal biology. Within that animal biology, there could be a bird related one, and then um, amphibians, and then if it is in physics, heat, sound, electricity, microelectricity, major electricity, high voltage electricity, right? Or in the microelectricity, then again there is a nano electricity. So what it means is that you can come up with the decimals based on your subject. So inland waterways and subsurface, it's called a 627.11. All the books in your library related to the inland waterways will have the same 627.1 as the classification number. In Easylib, we have got one step ahead. The moment you choose the 627, automatically the class number comes over here. So that way, you don't have to remember what is the class number of that particular book. You can only remember, okay, what is this subject? And go and search. So now if you don't even have to search alphabetically, you can simply click on this, put a subject over here, you will see all the subject ones. If you think that this particular book is an applied physics book, automatically look, it came as 621. So in Easylib, at every step, we have tried to design the software such that you don't have to spend too much time to enter the data. So these subjects, you can enter as many as you want. You can come up with your own DDC classification expansion, or you can give us your own the classification scheme. We can upload in Easylib, right? So when you go into the subject master entry, there you will see how to enter what is the equivalent class number for that subject, and you can build a subject tree also. Now you can enter subject 2 also, subject 1, 2. Let's say in the medical library, pediatric cardiology. Is the book a cardiology book or a pediatrics book? So that's why we have got it. You can put the book under 2 subjects. And if you want many more, then you can use the custom 1, custom 2 also. Okay. What is the class number? Difference between class number and call number. The applied solid mathematics is mechanics is 620.105. But here call number may be Stephen Covey wrote that book. So here COV. When you type, usually this call. Primary, most of the libraries, the difference between call number and class number is that in the call number, they have put the 3 digits of the author. So when you arrange the books in your library, you will arrange 600 series. Rack number is 610, 620, rack number 2, number 3, 630, and so on. Within that 620 series, 621 will be in the first row, 21 will be in the second row, 21, 22, 23, like that. Within that 620, then 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So that way, when in the OPAC you search that book, 620.105, you can straight away go to the 600 series where the books are kept. Go to 610 where the books are kept. And within that, you go to 0.1, 0.2. Exactly, you will find that particular book at that spot based on the call number. Provided library has done a decent job related to arranging the books as per the classification, which most of the libraries already do. Okay, so that is the benefit of call number. Then let me go to the other ones which are most used. Okay, so pretty much I think this is okay. Couple of other items. Soft copy. If you have got a PDF copy, you can directly upload. If you have got an image, you can directly upload. Okay, we recommend for every book, if you know the ISBN, please put it. Because there is another screen in Easylib which is going to compare the title as per the Google repository versus what you have entered in your library. So that way, if there is a spelling mistake, Easylib will find you what's wrong in your data. The software should not only just help enter your data, it should help you enter the correct data and also tell if you have done anything wrong. That is what we have done in Easylib, and we have designed one new module, completely new module, data quality management. That we will cover in a different webinar. So that is why for the most books, make sure to enter the ISBN. Now vendor, who did you procure it from? Source, who funded it? It's the management fund, UGC fund, whether it's a donated book, whether it's AICT funded, and so on. So that is the source. Bill number, bill date. Category. What is this category? This is used in the circulations. When you want to issue a book, suppose you got the 10 book in you wrote a book, 10 copies were supplied to one library, right? And then another 3 were procured. So total 13 copies of that book in your library, which you wrote. Now, those 13 copies, very important book, 5 copies may be kept in the references section. That means students can come, read it only there, and then give it back and then go. But those 8 books can be given to the student. So what you can do, those 8 books, you can keep it under the issue section. So 5 books under the reference section, 8 under the issue section. But among those 8, 4 of them you want to issue only to the students, and other 4 you want to reserve it only for the faculty. At that time, you can come up with another category called issuable to students, another category issuable to professors. And set your circulation parameter saying that who is authorized to do procure what. So options are unlimited over here. Every library can set its own category based on how you want to categorize your collection. There is a currency. By default, Easylib supports multiple currencies. You can define all your different currencies. What is the rate of this against the primary currency, which is the rupee, and come up with the price. Then discounted price and so on. Then departments. See, you have got that one particular book. Who took the example of pediatric cardiology. Suppose you got 10 copies of that book. 6 copies you want to categorize under pediatrics. 4 of them you want to put it under the cardiology. So this is the department. Number of pages, edition. Okay. Why do we have this edition at the down below also? Because in some libraries, they wanted to categorize all the editions under one. Minor changes, you don't want to have it, different title. You want to call it under the same title number. No problem. Put it in the same. But otherwise, the correct method is put the edition at the top. Okay. That is at the title level. Item status, binding type, location. What is home branch and sub-branch? See, Easylib by default supports multiple branches of your library. So you can pretty much run your entire library system off a city here. Home branch, where the procurement happens. You are distributing to 10 different libraries. You can maintain home branch as the one library, and where it is actually located, that can be the current branch. So when this helps you issue the book at one place, and that can be returned at another library. Imagine the amount of benefit you are going to give to the student. Okay, so these are the primary fields that we got. Okay, let's go down further. Now it's 3:44. Hopefully we should be able to cover the rest in next 15 minutes. I know this Easylib catalog model can run for 2-3 hours, but let me cover the most in next 15, maybe 30 minutes. Okay, here, customized reports. There are 2 types of customized reports. One is a simple listing here. Very simple, 95,000 books. You can go click on this type. You can see book, only the books will be listed. If you want to list only the audio CD, only the audio CD will be listed. Right? Under that, you want to search by author, publisher, subject, you can search. Okay. So now for a larger set, we'll take the books only here. Suppose you want to find out the books which are written by Kuvempu. So in your library, total 95,000 and odd books are there. Odd items, 86,000 are books and written by Kuvempu. How many books? I think it did not perform the search. Let me start again. Okay, let me see. Where am I here? Okay, so did I put author as Kuvempu? Okay, maybe I'll take what is there. Shiv Khera I'll take. Okay. So author, Shiv Khera, where are you? Shiv Khera. Shiv Khera, 31 books are there. Okay. Under that, see 95,000 total. Books are 86,000. Rest of them are non-book material. Shiv Khera books are these many. Under that, if you want to see how many are related to biology, no problem. You can subject from that search. If you want to see many more fields, you can click on that. Okay. If you want to export it, you can export it. There are too many search conditions here. So Again, easily makes the job of searching very easy for the students. And also there is another method of searching that we will cover in the OPAC. You can directly put the OPAC and you can display further details also. Okay, so this is one kind of search the librarians can use it. Okay, let me go back to the catalog module main menu. Okay, so catalog module, right? Another kind of cataloging the report that we are talking about, the customized report is this particular report section. Customized report books. Here, there the difference was on the left bar you were searching everything, but here it gives the ability to search in a different way. Suppose if they ask you okay, how many books you procured in last 6 years, you go and put this last 6 years data. Okay, so 7th, 18th December onwards. So how many books? Let it refresh. What we do is we use something called as a denormalized table. Okay, so this denormalization helps you to faster search in the background. So now out of this 86,000 and odd, there are 1106 books that you have procured in the last 6 years. Here itself you can say print Excel and then get the Excel. You can choose the accession number, title, author, whatever you want. Or you can add more conditions also. If they say, okay, among these, show me only the books by standard book house. No problem. You just go here, publishers, and all the publishers are listed here. So you want standard. See, look at this. Oh, there is one more. See, look at this. Standard book house, standard publishers. All these are same standard. Wrong data entry, no? Right? We will tell you how to fix that also. See, Easylib, again, I told, helps you improve the quality of your data. That is what it is here. So now, for the testing purpose, I will choose all the standards and click on search. So among those 11.6, how many came up now? 30 books are published by standard. Okay, so now you want to take, you can even expand it as many as you want to expand it, and the condition or condition, you can put it very exhaustive search is available. Click on this. Then let me show you a couple of more items. Okay, group wise report. Among these, if you are interested by, let's say, by subject, you can choose here by department. You can click on this, and it's going to show by department. See those 30 books. Two of them are under anesthesia, two of them under anatomy. Okay, so you can imagine this. See, if you're running a college, right, you have to report to AICT. Some of you have to report to NNC, National Medical Council. Then there is a UGC over there. Then there is your management wants the report. Then there is AICT, right? Then there is a NAC. There is a NVA, NIRF reporting. For 10 of them. Everybody wants in different format. That is why we have made in Easylib. It's very easy to choose what condition you want to put. Choose what format you want, what grouping you want, and exactly the fields that you require. Accession number. Let me choose this Excel. Accession number, title, the author. Only 4 fields. You choose 4. Yeah, 4. In fact, it gives you ability to order by accession and all that. When you click here, see that report come over here. So it's going to open that particular title and show that here. So now, are you able to see this? Come on. Yes, is it visible? Okay, no, fine. So this is in a different window actually. How do I show? I'm using the 2 monitors here. Okay, but it is basically displaying that particular cell here. Okay, if possible, let me see here. I may have to minimize the screen. Okay, then drag it here. Yes. So this is how the Excel looks here. Only 4 fields you wanted. 4 are shown here. Okay, let me go back here. So now we built our own search criteria. We added multiple search criteria. We took a report on group wise. We took a report in Excel. A text format is possible. You can even simply take an HTML report, print it, and then paste it onto the notebook. It may take a minute. And now imagine this. See, for our testing purpose, we have loaded 95,000 books. 90% of the libraries have less than 90,000 books, right? So, Easylib is designed to work with the large volume. So, a software, once you buy, right, it's not the 1 or 2 years affair. That software should stand for decades together. So, I'm happy to state that at least a couple of dozen customers are using our software for more than 15, 20 years, more than 20 years. More than 15 years, it's at least 100. More than 10 years, nearly 300 customers are using our software. So, when you buy a software, Easylib wants to make sure that it is built for scale as your college grows. It is built for long-term sustainability. It is built for the new people to quickly learn how to use the application. Okay. So now coming to the cataloging module again, we saw that customized report. Then there are many more reports customized. Books we saw, similarly the non-books. Then there is a catalog, only the title related. Okay. All of those are. Now there is a statistics. So let's go to statistics, title, the branch. So what it means? I'll choose all branches. What it's meaning here? This category, number of titles, number of copies. How many? Right? Each title, how many? By category, how many books are there? If you want subject by department, you can get it. Want by subject, you can get it. So again, if they want, okay, give me as per this entry date, last 8 or 10 years, problem, choose that and list here. Okay, so basically it's going to help you customize the search criteria, get the report. So that's the title statistics. So I am going to cover the most important ones here, right? So the individual one, there are many more sessions that can be conducted for the. Now, vendor and bill wise. So which vendor, bill number, listed, because this is something that you may want for reporting purpose, right? You can get it. There is a library statistics. Report by graph wise reports also possible, right? If I go down further, barcode. So barcode is a separate module by itself, but because it's used in for cataloging of the book, I'll tell you, you can design the barcode the way you want it and put the library name, range of accession numbers you want to print the barcode for, and whether you want a column number at the bottom, generate, it's going to generate that. You can simply take that 12 by 4. We do supply those. Hardly it costs about 10 rupees each page as of 2025, right? So have everything printed on this, then peel it, paste it, peel it, paste it. Very fast. So you don't need a separate printer, put the ribbon and so on. Just normal A4 printer is sufficient for us. Okay. Then now going back to catalog module over here. So we now took the report. We printed the barcodes also. Okay. So now let's come on, let's go here. Okay. So now here a couple of more. Catalog bulk update. There are so many screens that I may have to refresh myself. Okay. So now let me choose the most important one that you may want. Group title by title or by author. Okay, let's choose the second part. What it is telling you? It is telling you that there are books. Yearbook of cardiology. You have got 3 books. Title, author, subject, everything is same. Right? Or water supply engineering, there are 79 books, but all of them are same. So you don't have 79 you may have 79 copies of one title, but not 79 titles. So if you think all of them are same, you can choose, or you can simply click on all. Because I can give you some of this data in the next demo, I am going to just choose only a few of them. Okay, this much I'm going to choose it. I'm going to tell that these all are part of this same title, 505. Okay, so now I'll say merge title. Say merge title. What is the master one? This is the title number. Now subject. You know what it does? It goes and merges those three accession numbers as a part of that master title 505 instead of having a separate title. So three of them I merged, right? So it became two less because the one is the master copy, then two less. So 77. Now it basically helps you give a clear data how many titles you got, how many copies you got. Bulk title month. Suppose you enter the data, then you realize it's totally different. No problem, you just go and write this 000 200. This especially happens when you have procured a new book and by mistake you enter a different title. What you can do is you can go here, click on this, you can say merge, and what is the title number it says. And if you think that these are all part of this particular title number, what is that? The T 1251, right? 1256, I think. Now, if you click on it, it's going to add that as a part of that particular title here. Okay, select it. So similarly, this one we'll probably skip that part. So this is an FRBR format, slightly different here. Okay. So overall, these are the most used screens in the catalog. But there is a huge amount of reports also there in the catalog. So they are all part of the reports module. Okay. So why I am seeing this campus report? Easylib also has now expanded into the entire campus administration. That's why you are seeing that. There are many more reports here. Category wise statistics, vendor wise, how many reports you have got, source wise, you have got department wise, statistical reports on the item type. So, you know this thing, library performance report. Yeah, okay. So lots of these reports are available over here. Of course, this reporting module has many more other modules reports like view and find reports, item not circulated, and so on. But many catalog reports are also available. So overall, Easylib catalog module is designed to help you manage the inventory of your cataloging very well. Wait a minute, I forgot. I'm sorry about that. I didn't tell about that stock verification. Sorry about that. Because that's one of the most used applications. So what is the stock verification? Every year, in a certain period, the libraries do a stock verification to verify that if your database says that, okay, got 50,000 books, there are 50,000 books in the library minus whatever has been issued. That exercise is called stock verification. How you do that? You first define the reference date. Under that, who is going to do the stock verification? You assign a particular number. Then under the reference date and stock verification number, keep on doing the stock verification. So if I choose this 23rd July stock verification number 1, this home branch library, what is stock verified, it's going to be listed here. If you think that this particular books, okay, and these books are already found in the library, okay, so now I'll say 848. Okay, it's going to list, and these are now that's not the stock verified. So this is how the entire exercise goes for a week. If you have the barcode scanner, you can keep on scanning one by one. And if you got the RFID, you can simply go in front of your Almera just to do this stock verification like this. It's going to come into that RFID hand reader, connected to Easylib, go to the screen, import, everything will be imported. And this import from circulation is going to import from the circulation data what is issued. And this choose file, that is for what you have found out from RFID. Once you do everything, then that time there is a missing stock generation. What it means is that when the stock verification was done, we had verified something like 20, 30 books. So that is why it's saying that 95,000 books are missing here. But in the real time, it's the other way around, where you have got about 50,000 books, you verify about 45,000 books. What happened to the 5,000? Maybe 4,500 are issued to the students, right? Then remaining 500, why they are not found? You do one more search in the library. You find that some 300 live books are available. That was given to a department, but not entered. You enter those. Finally, 200 books is still show as missing. Why those 200 books are missing? Oh, maybe they have all 150 are lost already. At that time, they are already withdrawn, so you can withdraw. But now these 50 books, you decide whether you want to withdraw or whether you want to put it in a different category or change the location or put a comment saying that a book not available. So basically, Easylib helps you track all the books that are in the library, do a regular stock verification, come up with the missing stock, take the action to procure them again, or withdraw the book, or put it in a different category. So this is to make sure that students do not get confused, saying that the book that is not available in the library is still showing that available. That is the stock verification model. Pretty much, I think we have covered, but there are many more screens like location setup and all that. We wanted to come up with a 3D kind of view for your library. So this floors, location, racks is related to that, but that's a pending enhancement that we have not done. Whenever that's done, we want to give a 3D picture wherein the students can click. It will show you the library in a 3D format. Okay, all right. So now we are almost up with the time. So I'm going to conclude this webinar now. If there are any questions, I'll be happy to take it. Shama, any questions people have asked? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so let me check in my inbox how many questions have come. Let me unshare and then check. Okay, one question. Let me see, couple of questions. One is related to the data migration. There is one question. Data quality improvement. Okay, fine. All right. So data migration part. In Easylib, we have got a huge import facility. So when you are coming from any other software to Easylib, coming to Easylib is very simple. And by the way, we don't lock your data. Whenever you want your data, you can still get it. Okay. So data is all yours, only the software is all yours. So now what you have to do is whenever you want to move from some other software to Easylib, you simply ask our team to send you the template, or you can give your own data template. And now in this, you have the, wait a minute, I clicked on the support, I think. So now let me go to the download the screen. Okay, download the catalog data import template. So this is the template. Now what you do is all your data that you want to be imported in Easylib, just to give it in this Excel format. We will work with you to import this data onto Easylib. Simply go here, choose that file. All the data will be shown here. Then map fields, what is column 1, column 2 corresponding to what. Then you simply click on import data. All your data will be imported. That is why when you become a customer of Easylib, usually the entire work is one week. Usually. First 1 or 2 days goes in deploying the software. And in the parallelly, we tell you what to data to give. Then you give the data. Then 1 or 2 days, we import all your books data, journals data, member data. You can even import your circulation data. All of that import you can do. Once that is all done, then there is a couple of days of crash course training. So that way, within 1 week of investing on the software, you are up and using the software to the full extent. Then of course, the additional more training, hand holding, that will continue for a long time. But our goal is that it should be very easy for you to get started with Easylib. That is the import part. Similar to the export I showed you, right? Similar, you can get the report in the Excel format and export. Here you just give the Excel, will import. And if you have the data in a mark format, no problem. Again, that also can be converted into Easylib very easily. Okay. So that was the first question related to the data import. Then the question was related to the data quality, more on the data quality. What is this data quality saying here? Is that keywords, title with no copies. In a hurry, you might have entered only that dot dot dot, right? No copies means all the copies are deleted of that particular book. Then only the title is remaining. So usually this is to be archived. Okay. You just want to verify and archive it. Now, keywords not in catalog, authors not in catalog. See, there was an author, but no books of that particular author in the library. So still the author entry is there. How many books are there? Archived catalog, books with no department. You are supposed to put the department, the book in the department. If no department, at least you put it as a library. How many such books are there? This is what it is. Okay. Books with no title number. Because sometime what happens in a hurry, they'll put dot 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 as the title number and complete the entry of 500 books in a day. Impractical, right? But they do it sometimes to generate the statistics, especially when the audit is there. Not all book data entry is complete. So in that case, they put a dot 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 entry and then enter the data. Later, the regular data entry is done, and then there will be so many books with dot dot dot. So Easylib helps you. What are those dot 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 non-quality data entry items? Okay, books with no author, no class number, all that things. So this is the data quality helping you improve the quality of your data. Okay. All right, so that is the demo about Easylib so far. I'll be happy to take more questions as you have got. And if there are no questions, we can conclude it. Easylib is a company which is which developed the software for the enterprises. Our first version is Easylib for the entire automation system of the libraries. Then there is the Easy One Campus ERP. Now we have got Easy One Enterprise Management System. That means every organization can use Easylib to manage their end-to-end operation, starting with promotion to managing your inventory, managing if it happens to be a college, manage your admission, or if you're a company, manage the sales desk, service desk, and so on. In the college, the alumni management, the library management, right? And the even this financials like income statement, balance sheet generation also. So our goal is that Easy One should be the one application that you use for your entire organizations, and everything should be very, very smooth, and library is the starting entity for that. So with this, I would like to wait a minute. I would like to give the contact details. Very easy. You can go to our easylib.net. This is our website. And okay, this is our website here. Okay, so there's quite a bit of material you can find. The Easy One details, Easylib details, lots of brochures are available. You can see here, right? And if you want to see the demonstrations of our previous webinar, you can go to youtube.com/@Easylib demo. You will see hundreds of videos. We have tried to organize them very easily. So begin library card, design library cards in 5 minutes. Very simple video. Then there is not 5 in minutes. Okay. Campus ERP overview, software walkthrough, past webinars. So quite a bit details are there. You please take time, go through these videos, and we will be happy to have more questions. And again, our contact details are written over here. You can contact us at by simply filling this form, right? Or otherwise, you can reach our office at our office number. Again, you can find the further details here. So these are the number. This is my name, Vasudev Deshpande. I am founder of this one of the founders of the company. We have tried to bring in our world's best practices into your library, college of information, and entire management system. Here there is contact details of Sidhu, our sales manager, then our other team member. So with this, I would like to conclude this webinar, and I would like to thank you all for either being a customer of Easylib and for joining this webinar. And we hope you are going to become our customers in future, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.